G'day everyone, and happy release day or day after release day. All depends where in the world you're watching this, but happy OPO 6 release day. And with OPO 6 dropping, that means Starter Deck 12 is also dropping, which is this guy right here, which is what we're going to be looking at today. For today's giveaway, we've actually been giving away a sealed one of these. So if you want your chance to win one of these, all you have to do is 1, like the video, 2, be a subscriber of the channel, and then 3, let us know what your favorite card is out of Starter Deck 12. All right, switching over to hand cam here, we'll have a quick squeeze there. I love the manga style they're doing for all the starter decks here. From what I understand, pretty standard stuff is going to be in here. We'll get a little playmat, we'll get the Don, and then we get the deck, which we'll go over in detail today. We will also be doing our usual budget deck profile for this, where we're combining 2 of these starter decks together, and then we'll also try and have a more competitive build right there. So that's the playmat slash rule stuff that you get with the starter decks. Pretty standard. Nothing else hiding in there. Nothing else hiding in there. We'll toss the rubbish towards the side, and then this is the deck right here. So the Zoro Sanji deck. Here's the opening here. Yeah. Right. We eventually got there. By the way, if you guys haven't heard about the ban list confirmation for English, it's coming to us basically at the beginning of OPO 7 in English, so similar to what's happening over in the Japanese kind of version of the game. We just get the regular old Don here. We'll quickly shift through those. Yeah, nothing exciting going on there. But now let's take a look at the deck. We'll start off with the leader, which is the Zoro Sanji. So dual color leader, 5,000 power, starts you with 4 life. Actually, we also get a split little attribute type there, which is a strike and a slash. I think it's the first time we've seen anything like that, which is cool. The effect here is Don ×1 when attacking once per turn. You may return one of your characters with a cost of 2 or more to your hand. Set one of your characters with 7,000 power or less as active. So that 7,000 power doesn't mean base power. So if it's buffed by Don over the 7,000, you can't trigger that effect. But yeah, cool effect. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of synergy in this little deck here that helps complement that. As well as some stuff we have available to us, which is why we want to try and have a competitive version of this deck as well. But that's the leader right there. Next up, we have a first super rare of the deck, which is Ivankov. 3 cost, 4,000 body, 1,000 counter. On play, you can reveal 1 card from the top of your deck and play up to 1 character with a cost of 2, exactly 2. So not 2 or more, 2 or less, exactly 2. Then place the rest at the bottom of the deck. So basically, if you reveal a 2 cost character, you can play it out straight away. This deck does have a lot of 2 cost characters. And then when attacking once per turn, you can draw 1 card if you have 6 or less cards in your hand. That second effect is actually really good. And yeah, unfortunately, the when attacking is once per turn, so it's not something you can spam over and over again with Zoro and Sanji's effect. But we do get 2 of these right here. Now, Mihawk. This is probably the card that sees a fair bit of play in green stuff going forward. So 3 cost, 4,000 body, 2k counter. Already good. Then the on play, if you have 2 or less characters, play up to 1 Muggy Kingdom or slash attribute character card with a cost of 4 or less other than Mihawk from your hand rested. So great way to spam out some things. Things like Uta, Film Uta use this card, and there's a few other different green builds that also use this as well. But yeah, really good card. We do get ourselves 2 of these. Next up, we have Kuina. I'm not exactly sure on the pronunciation there. We've got a 3 cost, 2,000 body, 1,000 counter. Activate main, you can rest this character. Rest one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. And the trigger is you can play this card. So this is one you can kind of get 2 effects off with Zoro Sanji. It's not a once per turn. So you can use her main, rest something with a cost of 4 or less, trigger Zoro Sanji's effect, your leader's effect, restand her, and then rest her again and get another rest. So pretty cool right there. And we do get ourselves 4 of her. Also a slash attribute type, which is good to know for the Mihawk. Next up, we have Human Drill, which is a 3 cost, 5,000 body, 1,000 counter vanilla. Is part of that Muggy Kingdom archetype, so it works well with the Mihawk there. Unfortunately, not a slash, but still gets Mihawk's effect. And we do get 4 of these guys right here. Next, we have a Perona. Nice looking artwork on the Perona. we have a 4 cost 6,000 body, 1,000 counter vanilla. Once again, the Muggy Kingdom type, so it does synergize well with the Mihawk, and we do get 4 of those. Next up, we have Yosaku and Johnny, 2 cost, 3,000 power, 1,000 counter. So this is the first 2 cost character that we have seen. So let's take a look at the effect. Don times 1 when attacking, so not once per turn, which means we can get multiple effects off with our leader's ability. We can either rest one of our opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less, or KO one of our opponent's rested characters with a cost of 2 or less. So we can rest and then KO the same character with the same card using leader's effect there, which is cool. Like, meta play wise, there's not a whole lot of 2 cost things running around. So it's probably not going to be super useful. But if the meta does evolve around a lot of 2 cost stuff, there are some 2 cost blockers floating around. But yeah, if you get some of that going on, this card can become pretty good. We do get 4 of the dynamic duo right there. Next up, we have Rika, which is 2 cost, 0 power, 2,000 counter. On play, rest 2 Don. If your opponent has 3 or less life cards, set one of your slash characters with the cost of 4 or less as active. We can kind of see that we can get multiple restands in this deck. Alita gives us one, Rika gives us another one. Does come at a bit of a specific kind of cost. You must have an extra 2 Don. Your opponent must be at 3 or less life, and it is a 4 or less cost. Alright, and we get 4 of Rika in the deck. Next up, we have Zoro, 4 cost 6,000 body, no counter, Don times 1 when attacking, also not once per turn. We can rest one of our opponent's characters with the cost of 6 or less. That's massive. That's actually huge. So we can get that effect off a couple of times with our leader effect there as well. We also just saw Rika can restand slash attribute characters, which Zoro is as well. So we can get 3 rests with Zoro, which is absolutely insane. And we only get 2 Zoros in the deck there. So if you want to have a full playset, you must pick up 2. Next up, we have Airliefan True Bluefin, 1 cost 3,000 body, 1,000 counter, vanilla into the blue cards, by the way. So this one doesn't really synergize at all with most of the stuff we've seen there. Not a 2 cost, not a slash or a Muggy Island, but vanilla, and we get 4 of them. Next up, we have Sanji. Now this card's actually really good. 2 cost, 3,000 power, so synergizes a bunch already with some of the stuff that we've got going on there. Don times 1 when attacking. Not once per turn either. If you have 5 or less cards in your hand, this character gains 2,000 power until the start of your next turn. So we can get a 4,000 buff with leader's effect right there, which is absolutely insane. Unfortunately, not a slash type, so we can't get that extra restand off the Rika. And we get ourselves 2 copies of Sanji. Definitely one of the better cards in the deck there. Next up, we have Pudding, which is 2 cost, 2,000 power, 2,000 counter as well. Activate and you can return this character to the owner's hand. Probably not the greatest effect there, but nice to be able to bounce a 2k to your hand. Most of the time you may want to play this and use your leader's ability to bounce it back, so you have that 2k counter to use for counter to be able to restand some other things going on there. We do get ourselves a full play set of Pudding in this one here. Next up, we have Zeph, 5 cost, 5,000 power, 1,000 counter. On play, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, place them on the top or the bottom in any order. So it helps you be able to trigger the Ivankov effect a bit better right there. And then when attacking, you reveal 1 card from the top of your deck, play 1 character with the cost of 2, rested, then place the rest of the cards at the top or bottom of your deck. So basically, it's like also that Ivankov effect there. So you can reveal the top one if it's a 2 cost. You get to play it, which you should know the order because Zeph's on play is you can do that. By the way, Zeph's when attacking is not a once per turn, so you can play multiple characters out in 1 turn. Pretty cool. Span the board. Do get a full playset of Zeph as well. Next up, we have Duval. 2 cost, 1,000 body, 1,000 counter, is a blocker. On play, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, place them on the top and the bottom in any order. Helps you get that Zeph stuff going, helps you get the Ivankov stuff going. Only 2 of them. Next up, we have Paddy and Khan. 2 cost, 4,000 body, 1,000 counter. Vanilla is a slash type, which synergizes with some of our stuff right there. We do get a full playset of these guys, and then we're moving on to the events. First up, we have Lion Strike. 2 cost, main or counter, rest one of your opponent's leaders or characters with a cost of 4 or less, and the trigger is to activate the main. really good. Resting a 4 cost or a leader for 2. That's, yeah, really good. It's definitely going to see some play. Get 2 of those. And the last card that we have in the deck is Plastic Surgery Shot. Costs you 1, is a counter. One of your leader or character cards gains 2,000 power during this battle. Then reveal 1 card from the top of your deck. You can play 1 character with a cost of 2 and place the rest at the top or the bottom in any order. So similar to the Zeph, similar to the Ivankov, we can play out some things, get some nice spammy things going on there, which is pretty cool. And we only get 2 of these right there. And that is the brand new starter. Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And your comment earns you that entry to the giveaway if you've liked and subscribed to the channel. And we'll be coming at you with the budget build and the competitive build of these in the next couple of days, weeks. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But thank you so much for checking out this video. Stay beautiful, and we'll see you all in the next one.